My philosophy with Science Loves Art and how I have approached my own experiences is learn through discovery, learn through questioning, learn through experiences. So what I'm introducing you today is why do certain things happen? There's always the question, why, with art and science and technology and engineering. And once we answer one question, maybe that'll lead to the next question. So we're talking a little bit about fluid dynamics and why does Suminagashi work? So the paint sits on top of the water. If it sinks, you're not going to see that paint on your marbling paper, right? Anything that sinks won't hurt anything. It's just not going to show up on your artwork. Our goal is to barely touch the paint to the water, right? We barely want to touch our paint to the water so that it'll sit on top. If we push it hard like that, or if we put too much paint, it'll just go to the bottom. So you guys have a paper clip that was in your with your needle. This is a fun little experiment to see, can you set your paper clip on your water and have it float? A little bit, just keep trying. Try different ways that you can make it work. Oh, I got it to work. What did I do? I did not let one side of my paper clip get too immersed in the water. Okay, see if you guys can do it. And another way, what if we put, I'm going to try some paper. Now we know from experience that when things get wet and they get heavier and heavier and heavier, they're going to be heavier than the surface of the water can handle. So if I get this piece of paper very wet, I wonder if it'll still float. A little bit. And maybe that's because of the shape, right? It's kind of like a flat surface that can hang on a lot better than a little ball. Let's see if we turn it into a ball. Let's turn this into a ball. Is it still going to float? What do y'all think? Nope. Let's see if I can balance it. If I very gently put it on top. Nope. I think it's too wet and it's in the wrong shape. That is an interesting concept. I want to learn more. Why? So do you see my paper clip? It's still here. Now, I've never done this before, but I am going to see if I can paint with that paper clip in there. I wonder how that will change my design. So I'm going to let it move around. I've got my paints here. What's it going to do? Oh, interesting. Look, my paint is not expanding on the top of the surface right now. There's the thing called surface tension, and my paint can't expand. Look at that. Wow. I wonder if that's because of the metal. It is not moving at all. Wow. And look at it sinking. Can y'all see that? All right. I'm going to refill my water. I'm going to take the paper clip out. I'm going to stir up my water. If your paints quit moving while you're painting, you might need to get fresh water. This works for a lot of rounds. All right, now let me get more paint. Let's see what it's going to do now. Nope, not moving too much. It's not moving too much. It's not sinking. This is working because the fresh water has given the water molecules a chance to create that net of tight surface tension on top of the water. Now, the other thing about Suminagashi inks, they are vibrant colors with a very light weight. So you couldn't use acrylic paint because it's too heavy. And even if you water down the acrylic paint, you would lose so much of the water, of the color, that your colors would not show up. Science is such an important part about creating the paints that artists use because of fluid dynamics and the density of different surfaces. and paints. Let's try something different. Let's try adding alcohol, rubbing alcohol to a Q-tip, touch it to the surface of the paint, and see what happens. This is a really fun experiment for you guys to explore how that changes the surface tension. Creates negative space just like the soap, but in a totally different way. Okay, let's discover and explore a little bit more with something that you guys have all seen at the lake, or if you've seen a duck on the water. You can pull your brush through the top of the water and see what happens to the ink. So I just want to place some ink on the water, and then take your brush and just pull it through and see if you can make some interesting designs. By what you're doing is you're moving the water just like a boat that breaks the surface tension of the water and creates waves. So this is another fun way of creating artwork with your inks. Tap your ink, blow on the water, and you're basically moving your ink by controlling the surface tension of the water. So explore and have fun with this technique too. Okay, I'm going to try to get one more video in. I love these colors that I made, and I'm going to show you what happens when you mix soap and water, just like a drop of dish soap, Dawn or something, and so you can use one color paint and one color soap. Use one brush for the soap, one brush for the color. So I'm going to do this beautiful green. So I put the green in, and then I'm going to put the clear soap in the middle. I think I need a little bit more soap. It's not doing much. But it will create, it'll make your painting not have any color at all where you put that piece of soap. So it basically gives you a way to do a marbling with white rings and colorful rings. So play around with that. I just wanted to show you how fun that can be. Whoops. Okay, let's print it. Let's print it. Here we go. That's really cool. You can do a lot with just that negative space. That's the space without the color, is the negative space.